It's no secret that being a parent can be very stressful. What's mentioned less often is the toll on mental health, which makes it all the more difficult for mothers to get help and support. That's the reason for an event this Saturday in Dorchester, a girls' night out. The event's being presented as part of Liz Walker's Better Living campaign with help from state and city agencies. And the special guest will be the state's First Lady, Diane Patrick. Our guest tonight is one of the organizers, who's also a member of the Parent Advisory Group for Thrive in Five. We'd like to welcome Regina Robinson. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk about how the idea got going for this.
Liz Walker came to one of the Thrive in Five Parent Advisory meetings, and as women, we gathered together and we just had a conversation where we talked about why mental health matters among women. Why don't we talk about it a lot in the city? Could the city do more to engage women on the topic of mental health and taking care of ourselves before it becomes a major problem?
This is a problem you see day in, day out because you work as a counselor, and I guess you've also had some personal challenges too.
Right. Historically speaking, before we moved, my husband and I moved to Boston, my master's is in counseling, and I worked on college campuses and I engaged with young women all of the time. But when we moved to Boston, we had one goal in mind in regards to why we were here in the city. And we became pregnant with our second child, and his name is Josiah, and he had some medical complications. And during the pregnancy, we had some hard times, just in regards of the decision to continue with the pregnancy. We wanted to do that, but doctors told us that he may not live. And so we had some really difficult days and difficult decisions, but the support of family and friends really pulled us through. And now that Josiah is here, 3 years later, he has Down syndrome, but he doesn't have the medical complications that was once prenatally diagnosed. And because of that support, because of the care, because of our faith, we really were able to pull through. So I can relate personally and professionally to the effects of why mental health matters.
Why does it matter to call this a mental health problem, even if it's the kind of thing that almost every family goes through in some way or another?
Mental health really matters because we need to put names to what's going on in our lives. We can't just say, oh, I'm okay, and then move on. But there are times that we really need to address, hey, you've been low for quite a while. Can we talk about it? Can we really engage as to why you're feeling the way you're feeling? There are many counselors, there are many people who can come alongside of families and just really help them engage with some of the tough aspects of life.
And of course, if a parent has this problem, it has an effect on other people in the family.
You hear the saying, if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If mom is sad, it really affects the whole family. Everyone gets the effect of it. And so for women in particular, we really have the emotional pulse to the family, and it's important for women to pay attention.
Now talk about this event, because this is not about a depressing gathering here. This is well, a bit of a fun time too.
It is an exciting time. It's a celebratory event where we're celebrating what it means to be a woman. We're celebrating why we need to take care of ourselves. Too many times we focus on everyone else and not enough attention to ourselves. So this is a time where we're having massages and manicures and conversation and good food and sweet treats and engagement around the aspect of mental health. Liz Walker is, of course, an amazing, charismatic speaker and a woman who can really touch different women of all backgrounds. So this is an exciting time to bring community women together to engage and have a good time, but then also to have a serious conversation.
Now we should make sure people know where and when to go. It's a girls' night out, but it's Saturday afternoon, right?
Right, right. So I think that it's a pre-girls' night out because you get together with your girlfriends, and I've encouraged women, as I've talked about this event, come with a girlfriend because you're going to leave with more girlfriends. And after you've had your girls' night out, if you still have the babysitter at home, then really go out and have dinner.
Okay, and the location, is this in Dorchester?
Codman, yes, in Dorchester, at HealthWorks in Codman Square area on Washington Street. So it's accessible by T, it's accessible. I already know of families who are getting together and carpooling together so that they can make sure that all of the women come.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you so much,
Regina
Chris.
Robinson. Up ahead, the report from Dorchester with Bill Forey.